And we are looking off to the northeast, and you can see the clouds coming up from the south. That's also an indication that the moisture was going nowhere, the humidity going nowhere. It stayed sticky all day. And, of course, it was a warm day. This is at 2 o'clock. We'll run it forward till current. That is a stationary front slowly drifting down towards the south. I know you think stationary means they don't move. They actually do move. That's just a speed less than 12 miles an hour. But you can see behind it there is a northeast wind. Ahead of it is a south wind. Temperatures in the mid-90s, and we got temperatures in the low 80s on the other side of it. So it did not quite get here in time to knock down the heat, but it will bring some rain overnight. First, let me show you all the way up to the midnight hour. Don't worry about any of the plans that you have this evening. Maybe a passing shower along the Red River, maybe out to the east of the Metroplex, but for the most part, just the clouds building in, the temperatures comfortably dropping on a northeast wind. It's after midnight it starts to go. You can see from Bridgeport over to Bonham, over to Sulphur Springs, we start to see some thunderstorms. This goes on and starts to pick up momentum. Don't be surprised to wake up on your Monday morning commute to have some thunderstorms going around. If you can delay that commute, by the way, you might do yourself a favor, because it looks like by the time we get to 8, 9 o'clock, most of these thunderstorms will be driving down to the south. However, from Cleburne to Hillsborough, Corsicana, you're going to be in the thick of it through the morning hours with some heavy rain going on before it quickly dissipates there towards the end of the morning. Let's talk about the severe weather threat, because there is a little bit of one. Isolated thunderstorms up through midnight in this area, mostly from Gainesville over to Paris, though some of it could get into Denton, into McKinney, into Collin County. Now, the storm threat would be isolated thunderstorms and 1-inch hail, maybe even 60-mile-per-hour winds. After midnight, we're talking about widespread thunderstorms and nickel-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour gusts. That does include the Metroplex, so this might wake you up in the middle of the night as this was rolling through your area. Now, as we get into the morning hours past 7, most of these thunderstorms will start to weaken. It'll be less coverage, and the threat will pretty much be gone by later in the morning. But we do have a flood threat overnight with this as well. Most of the heavier rain will probably be to the east of the Metroplex. 2 to 3 inches of rain could fall, so be careful if you're driving out early tomorrow morning or in the middle of the night, because when this heavy rain goes, we could have some flash flooding, because there'll be a lot of rain with this. But it's been over 10 days since the last good rain. Well, it'll also cool things down. By afternoon, we'll probably peak in the upper 80s, low 90s. A little bit warmer along the Red River because you'll have more sunshine, a little cooler to the south because the clouds will be last to leave. So 89 for a high tomorrow. That's the exception from the 90-degree weather here for the work week. Summer, of course, starts on Tuesday, but we have temperatures in the mid-90s by Thursday and Friday, and we're right back to triple-digit heat indices. By Saturday and Sunday, however, we have rain chances and more in cloud cover. By Sunday, it could keep the temperatures down into the upper 80s.